Good morning. So I am getting ready for an errand run, and my tripod broke. I actually just realized now that I've decided to start filming. I am gonna start at the bank first because I forgot my bank pin for my business account because this is a new one. I was advised by my accountant to get a new one to start on a new financial year. I haven't been using it, that's why I forgot the pin. So I am just going to get more of these because you can never have enough. So this is the color for this event. Going out to get these colors. And I'm not alone, I'm with my friend. She's closed right now, but I'm gonna leave it in the garage because sometimes when I get off the car, especially if I Uber, I do not want to do a million trips. So I just leave it at the garage, and the Uber obviously drops me here, and I put my stuff. Here's my storage, guys. Let me actually leave it by the entrance. So I'm also going to get paint for this backdrop. I love this color. I'm so sad that I have to actually change it now. Okay, we're back. Oh, guys, vlogging is so hard. I don't know how I must do it. Okay, this is how big it is. Very helpful. I actually wish I went with this. Hi everyone, this is Lungi from Uni Events, and today, as you can see by the title of my video, I am showing you my event decor haul. So I accumulated all these items over a few weeks for different events and just for buying because it was on my wish list. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you like the video and subscribe, and we just have some fun. So the first thing I got is this. So it's made out of some material, so it's reusable. It imitates pampas grass. I got 6 that I'm going to use for an event in the balloon garland to just give it more sort of softness to it, because that's the theme, or rather that's the feel. There's no theme, but the colors are quite soft colors, pastel colors, very neutral colors. So I thought this would be great to just add a bit more texture to the event. Yeah, so I got 6 of these, and I got them for 125 rand at stock price in total. Yeah. Then the second thing I got is this. I think you saw this earlier on in my video. I mean, when I was vlogging. I think you saw this when I was vlogging earlier. So this retails for 40 rand at stock price 30. But I only took one because I'm just trying myself out with this. So I did buy this for an event, a kiddies party, a Minnie Mouse theme party, for the cake table. So obviously you can put any sort of candy in it, and I took pink obviously to match the theme. And yeah, it's just one of those things that you buy yeah, for display, but you want to keep it within the theme. So yeah, that's why I got this. Then I got these. This is very random and I don't think it's gonna make sense now, but I got these sticks. They're 23 rand each, and I got 4 for one of my clients who's doing a photo shoot. So it's going to be a hot air balloon photo shoot with a basket and this holding the balloon. I'm probably going to do a DIY of this. So I got this because I saw it and thought, why not get it at that time, you know? So I do just buy things, even if it's meant for another event. As long as the payment is done, I also start sourcing out the stuff. The next thing I got is this Plaster of Paris powder. So I got this to make trays and candle holders. So I have candle holder molds. I will show you just now. So I have candle holder molds and also tray molds. They look like this. Yeah, so I bought it just to try it out because I do actually buy this from someone, but I figured because they break all the time, well, not all the time, but they break easily, so it would just be easier for me to just make my own, also just to experiment with different colors and all of that. And yeah, so that's why I got this. So I'm also going to do a DIY on this video as well. Then I got this. So it's a 6-piece plastic clamp that obviously come in different sizes. So this is your best friend when it comes to, so this you clamp onto, so I'll show you, but you use this to clamp onto the backdrops and then the balloon garland onto this, so that you don't damage your backdrops by using double-sided tape and all of that stuff. You just connect everything to a 360 and join it to this. So this is I'm probably gonna get more, but this is enough for now. Yeah, and I got this at any hardware store. I got this at Builders for 90 rand. I think it was 90 rand, yeah. Oh yeah, so this is the tray. I was basically from this. So the Plaster of Paris powder, I got to experiment a bit. So I do buy these trays, but I ran into this, which is the mold for this, and figured maybe let me just experiment, do different colors, do different designs. So this is a tray people use to put their keys or jewelry or candles, or it's a holding tray. So in events we use it, well, you can use it for anything, but I use it for candles, especially for a minimal sort of look. Yeah, so this can be in gray, black, pink, blue, or whatever. I think it's just a matter of changing the color once this has been mixed with water. So the only thing that you need here, like for this to do this, is just this powder and water and possibly the color that you want. I'm still trying to, well, I still need to find out what colors or what do I use to change the colors. But yeah, so that's why I got this. Then I got this. This is called a balloon knotter. So for people who do balloon garlands, so there are people in the industry that do balloon garlands as like a business. I offer it as part of a service of my business. Some just specialize in it. Let me just put it like that. So there's people who specialize in balloon garlands, and sometimes I outsource them. I do outsource balloon garlands from time to time if the event is too big or my team is too small, or the time is limiting. Then I would obviously get someone else to do it who's a professional at it as well. So I think if you maybe looking into just doing balloon garlands, or just doing balloon garlands for yourself at home, if you can't afford one, this would be great. If you like a DIY mom, this will be great because it just ties the knots for you for the balloon. I'll show you in detail when I do a balloon garland, like a tutorial. But yeah, so I got this for 10 rand, and I got 5 obviously because of my team, and it's just quicker if a lot of people are blowing up balloons. So you can get it anyway. Take a Lot has it, but it's quite pricey. I think it's 140 for one. It's just some ridiculous price, and it's literally the same thing. So I think just go to China Mall. It's just that the last time today I tried to look for more. I actually didn't find it at that store, and not everyone actually keeps this. So, but yeah, I think just go to China Mall. 10 rand for one is way better than 140 for one. Could be wrong, maybe it's a set of 3 on Take a Lot, but it's still a crazy price. Then the next thing I got is chalk paint. There's no particular reason why I bought this, to be honest. It's just me experimenting with different kinds of paint. So I want to try it on, like, just changing the color of my vases, or maybe even painting this or something. So I just bought it just for experimental purposes, and it retails for 90 rand. Yeah, so it's got like a matte chalky finish, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. Matte finish in Decor and gloss, to be honest. Okay, then I got these you can get from Shein. I just bought it from someone who bought them and didn't want them anymore. So these are candle molds. So these are candle molds. Yeah, the candle molds, and it's something I obviously want to start doing because it's so what we do in events, we light up the candles. We use a lot of candles, like you don't even want to see the collection of candles that I have that are used and not used and all of that. So once you light it, you never use it for the next event. So I've been finding it difficult to just discard it because of that. So I thought, okay, why not recycle them then? Once I'm done with that event, then I can just reuse it for another event. So I just bought this to try it out to see if it's worth doing. But I think it just makes sense. Instead of me, candles are expensive, and candles in bulk is even more expensive. So I think this is a good idea. Yeah, so it's just one of those trialing phases for me with this. And actually every mold that I bought is just for trials on my end. So I never got to show you guys pause. I didn't get to show you guys how this works, but I will obviously show you when I do a detailed tutorial. But I just want to show you something quickly. So this does absolutely nothing. Okay, so you switch it on there, on here. So it's on right now, but it's on in a setting that when you push this down, air comes out on both. And then there's also a setting when you press it like, and it's just on and on and on. It's basically on. And then here at least you can control how much you want. So okay, so now we put it in both nozzles, and then I press this. And then it saves time because you can do 2 at a time. Okay, so actually I want to see if this is a okay, I want to see if this is a great time to show you what we do here. I'm just gonna come closer, right? And then you put it over like this. No, I think it's the other way around. Yeah, I think it's like this. Okay, then so you place it here and then around the thing and then under like that. And then you just, I think there's an easier way, but yeah, this is it. Let's try again. So let's try again. I'm just gonna blow up one here. Okay. And then remember, it's always in a circular motion. And then let me just come closer. I'm obviously a bit more quicker than this. Once I get my groove with it, but I'm actually quite slow when I start, but once I get the groove, I'm actually quicker. So yeah, I guess I gave you a little tutorial on this. So here is something I want to show you. Okay, it's this. People, I might regret sharing this, but then again, I did say I was going to plug people. So the reason why I would regret sharing this is that the last time someone shared how they make the balloons shine, so they use like the V7 dashboard spray or for the tires or something, and it's nowhere to be found, because event people, when we buy, we obviously buy in bulk, and it's just been difficult to get it because the balloon brighteners or sprays that are used to make the balloons shine, they don't give shine. So it's just a can of nothing, and it's 60 rand, and I mean you'd buy like 4 or 5 for one event and it doesn't do anything. So that's why I'm like, okay, maybe I might regret sharing this, but I mean you're gonna bump into it anyway, you know. So I got this at China Mall as well at Block D. I think it's the second. Okay, but the other doors were closed, but it's the shops on the right, and they sell costumes. I think it's the only shop that sells costumes. It's just closer to the till. Okay, so this is what it is, and I'm so excited actually that I got this and it works. So it's a water-based balloon brightener, and it says that it will improve the gloss of the balloon by more than 5 times. Yeah, so it's water-based. So the other ones are like Mr. Mean vibes. I don't know what formula is that, but this is water-based. I had already opened it, so it comes already like covered. I was just excited to try it, and this is why I wanted to show you guys this, because wow. Oh, so this, okay, let me see what else it says. It says it extends the gloss of balloon for more than 15 days. Okay, maybe people want to know what is the fuss about this. Okay, cool. Sometimes clients want balloons in the outdoors in the sun, and obviously when the balloons over time, when they're exposed to the sun, they oxidize and they shrink and they look tired, like they don't look shiny. This has some sort of shine because I just blew it, but if I were to leave this in the sun in 2, 3, 4 hours, it's just gonna look sad. Some of them are gonna pop. So I don't really like outdoor setups. It's nice, so for them to last, it doesn't work for them, right? So this is why we use the shine. So also it looks nicer even if you add more shine, basically. So I'm just gonna show you on the video right now. So it is water-based, but Mina, I did see that it has, I actually should have just blew up a sprayed one so you can see the difference. Okay, so, and it's got some alcohol. It has no ingredients. So it says here, please use it in an air circulation area. Use the bag cover tightly. Okay, whatever. Obviously avoid contact with eyes. Keep out of blah 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 blah. So this is valid. Okay, so another point is that this is valid for 3 years. So you know what, I'll just show you after the end of the video, because right now it's not giving anything. It just looks like water with oil, but I can smell alcohol. And then it says obviously to shake well, which I didn't. Also to spray at a 15 centimeters and evenly. I must wipe it with a clean towel or gloves, or must pat dry for 15 minutes. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna have time for that at the event, because this is one of the last things that we do. Yeah, it's I think it's the last thing. I think it's the last thing I do when setting up. So I'm just gonna put on the side, and then I'm gonna show you at the end of the video how it turned out. I'm just gonna put on the floor. These are 360s. These stretch, and And I got white. I don't know why I got white, but I got white. And I'm gonna use it for the soft pastel color event. Yeah. And then I got more of this. So okay, anything that, every time when I buy balloons, I bought it because I was out of stock or I'm using it for that event. So I don't remember right now if I'm out of this or it's for an event, but I got some white. This is for an event. These are the 10 pieces. I really want to tell you the prices, but I really don't know. I just buy in bulk. I just know at stock price it's cheaper, so I obviously always buy in bulk. So but yeah, in the detailed tutorial I'm obviously going to share the prices, but give and take I spend about 500 to 700, even to $1,000 sometimes for balloons, depending on what the client wants. And then these I got, these used to come out in 10s, but now it comes out in 5s. Yeah, they're just robbing us at this point. I got the 5 inches in white. No idea why, but obviously if I took it, then I know why. Also, I forgot. I bought this early May, I think. And then I got a 36 inch. I was definitely out of gold. I can tell you that. I remember that I'm out of gold. It's in 5 pieces. It used to be in 10 pieces. This is an 18 inch. This is a 36. This is 100 pieces, 12 inch. This is what we use the most, or I'm going to be using for that event. And this is a 36 inch. Yeah, this is a 36 inch in white. Then yeah, so I got some more 36 inch. Oh, and I got this. Guys, when I tell you that cart, I need a bigger one, because I come back with like a million things. Okay, so I got easel stands for paints for a kiddie's party. I got 20 of them. I remember the price of this because my first time purchasing this. So this is 20 Rand for if you buy 10 pieces or more. So I got 20. So this is 20 times 20. So 400. Yeah, so this is obviously reusable. I'll be using it for other events as well. So it is an investment. Yeah, so this is a good investment, because obviously there's going to be other events that would want this. I think this is for kiddies though, so there might be an event that it's going to be for adults, and I don't know if this would work, but we'll see. So yeah, this is definitely an investment on my end. I don't know if I'll ever rent. So there's things like this that I don't know if I'll ever rent this out, right? Because I mean, I suppose I can for like 10 Rand. I don't know. But yeah, I suppose I can if I think I can. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we decide to put this up for rental, because I'm assuming maybe for other people. So sometimes I do think about people that can't afford my services, and I do put some stuff up for hire, and then they basically do the whole thing. Like they decide, they do the design. If they want to do a balloon garland, I hire out my backdrops. I hire out my vases if you want flowers and all of that. I hire out most stuff. So I think, yeah, maybe I should put this up for hire for maybe a kiddie's party, a mom that's maybe tight, her budget's tight, and I mean everyone deserves to celebrate, you know. So yeah, maybe let me just put this up for hire. Oh god, how can I forget? How can I forget the star of the show? So I got this. This is called ABS flooring or white flooring. And I'm so excited to use this baby. It's my first time using her. But yeah, so this is ABS sheets. This is white flooring. I bought in this specific size, so it's just 2 sheets. So one sheet is 220. I got 2 for 440. And this you put on the floor. But actually, you're supposed to put some padding under the floor. In the vlog, I actually do show you those mats where you those interlocking mats, the black ones. It's in my wish list. It's something that I want to obviously start using. So you put those underneath here, but because it's a backdrop and it's not like an entire flooring where people will be walking, like will be frequent on, basically there won't be much traffic here because they just had to take pictures actually. So I do plan to use this for backdrops going forth, because it does sort of make the whole backdrop design stand out when the flooring is white or black, or you know. Yeah, so I'm actually quite excited for you. I can't wait to use you. You look a little delicate, but we'll see. So I am planning to buy the 25-meter ones, which means more flooring that I could cover a tent or just the flooring of the main event. Those go for like 1.5 up, depending on the type of material. Yeah, so you in events, guys, just rather go for the most expensive, because it's something that you always going to use, you know. There's just so much traffic on it, like people walking over it. Yeah, so for the safety of your clients as well, just get something that's proper and do it right. Yeah, so this is by tradition for me. I do not go to China Mall without stocking up on cutlery. So currently this is what I am stocking up on. My pace is very slow because it's just the pace that I want to work at. So I told myself that I would collect 50 of each. I am still here. Nah? It's very slow, guys, but I'm okay with the pace, because it doesn't hurt anyone's pocket, not mine, not the client or anything. So if I, for instance, get a client that doesn't want gold cutlery or this type of design, probably wants like a vintage one, I'm just gonna hire it out, so it doesn't hurt anyone, right? And yeah, so after this I am definitely going to look into other types of cutlery. I think for me, more importantly, it just needs to last. And this is some great quality. It is stainless steel. There's ones that I bought by mistake, they chipped, they light. Don't go for those. This is heavy. When you pick it up, it's heavy, just know. So this is 140 for 6 pieces, and I got in forks, knives and spoons. And if you wanted at stock price, it's 100 rand, but it would have to be from 600 up. So that's what I normally get. So I would get cutlery for 600 or up, normally just the 600 mark. And yeah, always happy to get these. Then I got this. So these are canvases, and I bought them. I was specifically looking for the ones that have artwork on it. This one is for girls. There was actually mainly more for boys than for girls, and it's a girls party, so didn't like that, but I didn't have a choice in the matter. And I actually didn't see when I bought maybe I did, I just didn't pay attention, or I wasn't thinking that. It comes with paint and a paintbrush, so I think I'm gonna refill these though. Some look empty. And I obviously need to get like good quality paintbrushes just in general to use over and over again, and also for this event. So yeah, I got 20 of these. So these are 20 rand at stock price if you get 10 or more. So I got 20 of these, so I spent 400. Let me see if it fits. I didn't even check that. I'm always eyeballing the stuff. So it does fit. This is cute for this is cute for Kitty's party actually. I like that. Then I got a gold frame. So the reason why I got a gold frame is for display purposes at the candy table or the painting table. So I'm obviously going to personalize it according to the theme and put probably George's paint studio and put it there with the table where they're going to be painting, so they know. Obviously they'll see where the easel stands, but I think this for me was just to make it more personalized, or just paying attention to detail and just going an extra mile for your client. I think this would be cute as a signage. So this is actually a signage thing. But yeah, I think this is something that I can use all the time as well, especially for kids. And this was 25 rand. Then I got just get the box. A tripod, a flexible tripod. So I just needed one for setting up sometimes, or for when I do DIY videos. I like that I could even hold it like this. I think this is called, what I was actually looking for was a stabilizer. I think that's what it's called when you put a camera or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but I'm just taking a guess. So I got this, so it opens. Let me just open it for you guys. So it does open. It does serve as a stand, or like to hold, or you can bend it to hold on to something. It comes with, I don't know where it is. So it comes with this. This is where you would obviously attach this to your tripod and put your phone. Yeah, so it's not a camera one. I might have to get a camera one eventually, but for now this works because I am filming from a phone and not a camera. Guys, that camera, guys, when you get like these professional cameras, you definitely need a tutorial, because I actually realized that I need a vlogging camera, and the camera that we have is, I don't know, I would be lying. I don't know. Story for another day. And yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the day. Oh no, I'm lying. And then I got slime. I got slime for my kids. But when I actually went through these, I realized that actually this would be great as an activity at a party, a kiddies party, like a slime kit, making the kit from the slime from scratch. Yeah, so at least now I know where to get it. So I just got this for my kids, but I think it's just something that I would add as a service for kids, making slime. Instead of painting, we can make slime. But I think for this one, because it's a 2-year-old, they might just put it in their mouth. I don't know at 2 years if they've sort of aware not to put some stuff in their mouths. But you know what, I'm not going to take a chance. So I do also pay attention to such things when doing a kiddies party. I do not want people dying at my event, and I'm the reason. Okay, so I did promise that I would share how this would look at the end of the video. So it definitely needed some wiping, because you can see with the residue, with the dots, it's just the spray dots from spraying, and I was actually supposed to wipe it. So if I wipe it like this, you can actually see that. So if I wipe it like this, you can see that it's got this shine. I think it would have been better when it was still wet, because now it's dried up. But yeah, I'm happy. I think it's still a bad taste, and I need to do this again at like a detailed tutorial for balloons. But obviously I was excited to share this with you, and I think I'm done, guys. Can you see it? Oh gosh, not you guys seeing hair on my balloons. It was on the floor anyway. But can you see any difference? Or yeah, fine. But yeah, we'll do this again. I am done with sharing the decor haul. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed showing you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.